May 1976. Another mouth to feed draws a worried stare from Malaharan and his wife Sukalasawa cradles their newborn son. Sea Gypsies of the Philippines. He tells us he's happy to have a boy, but contrary to Baja tradition, he's not hoping for a large family. He will go to school and I'll make him a fisherman, like me. But I wish he was our last child. We are so poor. Note, false words. Wishing is not good. You should pray. Magic is against Christianity. Make is force. So if you want to say make us, it's force, yeah. Well, but he does. I don't think that's what he intends. Or maybe it is. Spain's sun-blessed pleasure isles, same National Geographic. Here's the article I was referring to before. We were leaning over the Pixie, admiring the latest litter when she suddenly darted off out towards a dusty car track in front of the house. I caught up in time to see her shooting a disheveled young man away from her well. Hebes, she explained. When they come here to wash, they leave soap in our good water. And water is very scarce. Couldn't she call the police? No, no, senor. I would never do that. They are our own people, Spanish like us from Catalonia. You do not ask the Guardia Civil to settle family affairs. Have you seen the new Mad Max movie? Spoilers. Now the Water Wars. I was up in Colorado recently. Water very scarce. Glacier National Park, running out of glaciers. I think there's only 5 left. The National Geographic article, I think it mentioned 1950, 1940, mentioned about 20 left from, what, 300, 400, 500, 100, I forget. March 1991. This one's about along the Santa Fe Trail. The Jornada almost doomed the Copper Walker Party in 1823. A survivor later reported that the thirst-crazed men killed their dogs and cut off their mules' ears to drink blood, and finally were saved by drinking a slain buffalo's stomach juices. A traveler wrote, I have since heard one of the parties declare that nothing ever passed his lips which gave him such exquisite delight as his first draught of that filthy beverage. That reminds me of another National Geographic where it was talking about, I believe maybe somewhere in South America or maybe Mexico. Meat was so scarce that they would tie meat on a string and then after eating it, pull it out and give it to the next person. Pathetic. They wouldn't, like the depression, or when there's hardly any food, people will cannibalize. People who in the desert run out water, they will drink from their cars, the gas, if they have a car or any vehicle. A woman soldier in the 1840s, though she had disguised her sex, her soldier boyfriend persuaded her to enlist as a man so they could be together. Leo told me, and everything was fine until she became pregnant. Then the army court-martialed her boyfriend and found him guilty of depriving the U.S. Army of a good and competent soldier. See? Again. Pregnancy. So many problems. Overpopulation. Oh, I mentioned the Back to the Future movie. I mentioned in my previous video, one of my previous. Population bomb. Look in the in part 2, Back to the Future 2. Spoilers here. It says population bomb. Population bomb is everyone's baby. Look in the sign when Marty looks at that one store. It's interesting when I was looking for the DVD or the movie on Blu-ray. And I mentioned this person in the store, one of the salesperson, I said, I'll give you a tidbit if you help me find out if this is in 3D, which I think they are doing the anniversary or 10/21, 2015. Supposedly that's when they come back, part 2. They have the new 3D coming out. I told her I'll give you a tidbit, and a couple of days later, or I think it was, yeah, I saw the word tidbit in National Geographic. I think it was the day after, or yeah. So these word connection things happen a lot with me. But it was interesting, all those connections, because I had actually been wanting to find that movie because, well, yeah. So anyway, the four engines had our flag flying over them. That same old stars and stripes that we love and honor. And here come along that darn Shilton and his cusses. They've been out hunting hostile Indians and couldn't find none no war. So they just pitched into these friendlies and massacred them. Yes, sir, literally massacred them in cold blood in spite of our flag there. Women, little children even. And ye all these civilized men, and ye call these civilized men Christians and the Indian savages, do ye?